Thank you for your patience. Let me go through the call to order quickly. This is the City of Palm Coast City Council special meeting. This is Tuesday, December the 14th, 2021. It is now 10:30 in the community wing of City Hall. So if you would all rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if the clerk would call the roll, please.
Mayor Alfin.
Present.
Vice Mayor Barbosa. Councilmember Barbosa.
Present.
Councilmember Danko.
Here.
Councilmember Clufus.
Present.
Vice Mayor Branquino.
Right here.
Vice Mayor Branquino is reporting remotely today. Council concurrence at the last business meeting that Vice Mayor Branquino can appear virtually to vote in today's meeting.
Thank you. Okay, roll call. So we're moving on to a business meeting, and just to mirror what I said at the last meeting, the purpose of the business meeting is for council to review and weigh all the evidence and take action with decisions based on all information presented both at the prior workshop and today. Just as a reminder, items that are quasi-judicial in nature will require council to base their decisions on only what is presented at the scheduled public hearings conducted at the scheduled business meetings. So with that, I would ask council to read the title of the first ordinance, please.
Certainly, Mr. Mayor. This is agenda item D1, and this is an ordinance of the City of Palm Coast, Florida, establishing the Seminole Palms Community Development District pursuant to Chapter 190 Florida statutes. This ordinance provides for functions and powers of the district, designating the initial board of supervisors of the district, providing for severability, providing for conflicts, and providing for an effective date. Mr. Mayor, council, the first two items on your agenda are not quasi-judicial. The last one is, so we will deal with that under agenda item E3.
Are we able to vote once on the two items, or they have to be separate?
Well, I think these are going to be presented. I don't know if they're going to be presented.
No, sir. We presented at the workshop, and all the information is in the packages for the council. We're here to take questions.
But these will be handled separately, Mr. Mayor.
Separately?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Absolutely.
very good. So at this time, I would ask City Council, we've just had that review. Are there any remaining questions?
So
Very
what is
good.
a CDD? No, I'm just kidding. No, excellent. Thank you for the workshop information. Yeah.
So I have public comment at you all. Thank you for your patience to death out there. I must ask, though, are there any members of the public that would like to come forward and comment on this first read ordinance at this time? Seeing none, I will close public comment, come back to City Council. Any further questions?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Move it.
I have a motion. Vice Mayor, was that a second?
Will be a second if you had a motion. Yes, I'll second it.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Moving on, Counselor, if you would read the title of the second ordinance.
Yes, this is again the first read of legislative matter. This is an ordinance of the City of Palm Coast, Florida, establishing the Palm Coast 145 Community Development District pursuant to Chapter 190 Florida statutes, providing for functions and powers of the district, designating the initial board of supervisors of the district, and providing for severability, conflicts, and providing for an effective date.
Again, questions from City Council? And I would ask the public, again, is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a public comment at this time? Seeing none, I will close public comment, come back to City Council. There are no additional questions. I would ask for a motion.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve,
Seconded.
Perfect.
and we have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. And Counselor, if you would take us down to item E3, I guess.
Certainly, Mr. Mayor, and the title of this resolution is as follows: a resolution of the City Council of the City of Palm Coast, Florida, approving application number 4779, The Haven. This is a technical site plan, Tier 3, providing for severability conflicts, providing for implementing actions, and providing for an effective date. This is a quasi-judicial matter, Mr. Mayor, so council, if there have been any ex-parte communications regarding this matter prior to today's business meeting, those should be disclosed at this time.
Council members, any ex parte? No. Vice Mayor?
No, no, no.
Thank you. There are none.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Tyner, you have a
Good
presentation for
morning.
us?
Yes, sir, we do. This is within the Town Center Development of Regional Impact. It's a master plan development. It is another residential product here in Town Center. It's been in the works for a couple years, actually. An original submittal was submitted to the City of Palm Coast. They went back to the drawing board and did a whole different new product with lower density on the project. But with that, Mr. Hoover will have the staff presentation followed by the applicant as well.
Good morning, everyone. Haven is about a 68.5 acre residential rental community for 205 homes. All the homes are one story. They're 2 or 3 bedroom. And then 3 of them are actually single family units, and the rest are either 2-family or 4-family units. And this is a technical site plan Tier 3. Since there's over 100 homes, staff reviews it initially, then it goes to the planning board, and then it comes to city council. You can see we're sort of in the middle of the DRI for Town Center. The lands in the lavender color are DRI Urban Core, which means pretty high density and intensity. The lime green colors are conservation. So you can sort of see this community is sort of buffered around it by the conservation land, so the community will have quite a bit of privacy. And this is the 1,577 acre town center DRI and PUD. And you can see it's maybe 700 feet from City Hall. So Lake Avenue extends to the west and ends at the project. The project will have another entrance onto Central Avenue, and then actually a couple more on the north side. And then we've also put in one to future commercial to the south. This is the overall site plan. As you come in Central Avenue on the left side of the screen, about the first thing you'll see is a couple of stormwater ponds and then the amenity center. And as you travel to the east and northeast, you'll see a traffic circle, which is where Lake Avenue will extend into the project. Then the project, you can travel north and then northwest, and there'll be another traffic circle, which will provide future access points to 2 more projects. So the idea is, in between all those conservation areas, we're providing interconnects with the neighboring communities. This is just an enlargement. This project at 68 acres, I apologize, it's a little hard to see, but the engineer does have 3 drawings. This is the west side towards Central Avenue. This is the central or east part by Lake Avenue. And then this is the north end. They have 4 different types of units here, and so you'll see some, on the left side, you'll see the front and rear of one type of unit, and then a similar unit that would complement it on the right. You'll see more brick or stone on that particular unit. And then again, here's a couple more types of units. So it provides some variety, and the units are a little bit different size. Overall, the units in there range from about 1,100 square feet to about 1,300 square feet. The The area for development, just about exactly 50% of the site is uplands, and they're developing on those 33.72 acres. The other 34 acres or so is wetlands. All those are being preserved. The maximum impervious surface ratio, that includes all buildings, sidewalks, air conditioner pads, and driveways. So the max is 85%, which is rather intense. In this case, they're at approximately 20% of the site. Maximum building height is 80 feet, and these are all one-story buildings. The amenity center is actually the tallest, and it's like 21 feet tall. The town center PUD has specific requirements for parking in it that vary a little bit from the land development code. Those are 1.75 spaces per two-bedroom unit, and then three-bedroom, it jumps to 2 spaces per unit. So overall, they have 72 two-bedroom units, which requires 126 parking spaces, 133 three-bedroom units, which would be another 266. So overall, they're supposed to have 392. They provided 428 of those, including 15 designated for ADA.
Excuse me, what's a 1.75 parking space?
I'm sorry?
You said 2-unit will have a 1.75 parking space.
Yeah, 1 3/4 parking spaces. So for one unit, for a two-bedroom, one of them you can have 1.5, and then on the other side you would need 2 for an average of 3.5 spaces for every 2 units.
How do you split a half a parking spot?
Well, if you got 40 units, then you would have 70 parking spaces, versus if they were 3-bedroom for the 40 units, we'd have 80. So it's just a little bit less than normal.
And if you ended up with like a half, our code requires to round up.
They're not dedicated parking spots, right? So essentially, it's just a total parking availability is what these numbers are
Yes.
for.
Does this have a pool area?
I'm sorry?
Does this project have a pool area?
A swimming pool?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does have an amenity center. Right as you came in on the entrance, the projects, they also have a PowerPoint from the applicant, and Charles Marshall will show you some of the amenities in the project.
I was just asking because the apartments they built by the movie theater doesn't have a pool, and there was a lot of questions about that for the people renting there.
So on garages, they're required to have 1/3 of the units have to have a garage, or 68 garages. In this case, we have over double that, around 196 garages, and then 7 of those have been designated as for ADA purposes. These are the 5 review criteria from section 2.0505 of the Land Development Code that each project needs to meet. A, must not be in conflict with the public interest. Staff's findings were that the Haven is with an area designated town residential on the town center PUD and will be easily compatible with other uses allowed on neighboring lands, and those conservation areas that surround it will help in doing so. It needs to be consistent with both the Land Development Code and the Comprehensive Plan. Staff has determined that it meets all criteria of the Land Development Code. It also meets 5 goals, policies, or objectives of the comprehensive plan. C, must not impose a significant liability or hardship on the city. In this case, we have a lot of public facilities already there. They're actually being underutilized, which would include water, sewer, and the project's traffic will have roadways. So we'll actually see some traffic on Lake Avenue heading to the east, going past, actually somewhat past City Hall. D, must not create an unreasonable hazard or nuisance. And this project's easily compatible within the neighborhood. It's a mixed-use area of retail and residential uses with a lot of preserved lands. And then these residential uses will actually provide some additional demand for existing commercial, and then also promote having some future commercial in the area. And finally, E, staff has determined it does meet all local, state, and federal development standards. The planning board held a special meeting on this project December 1st at 5:30. The planning board found it met the comprehensive plan and recommended approval to city council by a 7-0 vote. The next thing, the applicant would be applying for a site development permit to allow construction. They would then do a pre-construction meeting, and then they can apply for building permits. The Planning and Land Development Regulation Board recommend that City Council approve the Haven, a technical site plan Tier 3 application number 4779. And the applicant's team does have a PowerPoint presentation. Charles Marshall represents the applicant, and then his engineer is also along, Harry Newkirk from Newkirk Engineering.
City Council, you want to take a look at the PowerPoint, and then we'll do questions.
Good morning, Mayor, City Council. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning, and looking forward to this project here in Town Center. It's a wonderful location. We're very pleased with the product.
Sir, could you give your name, please?
Yes, it's Charles Marshall. And I'm here representing the Embassy Group. As you know, this is a beautiful site. It has conservation area on almost all the way around it. And we're putting in a low-density product. Instead of a 3-story garden product, this will be an upscale, single-story product with upscale finishes, an attractive amenity center, 14-foot ceilings, fitness room, pool, spa, nice furniture on the pool deck. There'll be other amenities throughout the park, throughout the center, dog park, walking paths, attractive lakes. And we're really excited about being a part of Town Center. This is a wonderful place to be located, and looking forward to this project. Let's see if I can learn how to navigate this. Okay, there we go. So do you have a packet with this material in it? Okay. I'll let you read through some of the text, and you've seen some of the pictures. It has a unit mix, 2 and 3 bedroom, and mostly quadplex and duplex units, and 3 single-family detached, which is an exciting product. We have a 0-entry pool. There'll be garages, and the amenities in the units will be granite countertops, higher-end cabinets, soft close drawers and doors, upscale fixtures, and I think most of this has been covered already. The exterior elevations are in the old Florida architectural style, which is commonly found through the town center, and we'll have some cultured stone, the metal roofs, and a variety of elevations and colors to provide variety throughout the development. Do you have any questions for me?
City Council members, do you have any questions for the applicant at this time?
I have none.
Okay. So do I. I would, thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any members of the public that would like to make a comment on the project at this time? Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Any questions?
I have questions, I mean, lately it's no, everybody's noticed high traffics in the town center, especially around the schools. With another project coming in, is there any immediate future plans to expand the roadways inside the town center?
Actually, projects like this are gonna help because, Lakeview and extending Lakeview, because the original plan for town center, you have a lot of interconnectivity. So as these projects come online, it's absolutely gonna help, with the traffic. As a matter of fact, the parent, the developer for town center right now as we speak is doing a traffic study and updating a traffic study. So we'll look at that data when it comes in. They're required to do a biannual report for the DRI. So we're looking forward to that too. But this should absolutely improve the.
Is it the city or the developer that's gonna have to flip the money to expand the streets?
It's, part of the DRI, the developer has obligations to improve and, with the traffic and construct these roads. One example would be, the Target Plaza. Got a lot of people coming down Bulldog Road, Bulldog Drive right now through town center core, but where the Target Plaza is, that road will punch through eventually when that development is built out, and that's going to help a lot of traffic coming off of Bulldog that will use that road to get to the Target Plaza. So as this thing develops, you'll have more and more interconnectivity.
I see a good thing in this project, it has a lot of access streets. It's not just one or two entrances and exits.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. And council, just a reminder that we will be starting our strategic action planning fairly soon. So your comments should, be offered up as you go through the planning process so that we can designate priorities as you see fit moving forward. Okay. So at this time, I would ask for a Vice Mayor Branquinho, comment at this time?
No, none.
Okay.
I would make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
5-0.
Thank you. Okay. I see an item on my agenda which falls below the adjournment. Is this just a typo?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to
I
adjourn.
have a motion and a second. I'm sorry, wait, let me reel that back. This is our last public meeting of the year. So it would be terrible if I didn't offer each city council member a chance to wish staff and the public a happy holiday. Would anybody like to express their holiday spirit at this time?
Yes, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and drive safe on your holiday.
I'll echo the same thing. Festivus for the rest of us.
Haha, excellent.
Councilman?
I second and third all of those comments.
And Vice Mayor, a holiday comment as we close up?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, Happy New Year to all my colleagues, the entire staff of the city, and most of all, to all the city, all Palm Coast residents. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas and Feliz Natal.
And gentlemen, I thank you for all of your efforts up here. Happy holiday to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.